All right, this is an email from Sammy. Sammy says, okay, I have a major nutrition question for you. I've tried eating the past few days every hour on the hour, eating smaller amounts rather than 3 meals and 3 snacks. I feel like it has gone so well, and I'm just trying to return my stomach to its normal capacity, as I've been heavier than this before and it was still considered underweight. However, I've read that it's not good to eat every hour, as insulin can spike and constantly be in a fed state, resulting in excess concerns with diabetes and the way that the body stores fat, like it holds on to it rather than functions properly. Then I've also heard it's wonderful to eat smaller and frequently. What are your thoughts? I'm still trying to gain, just feel like this method's really helped me, making sure that I hit the calories I need, but I don't feel overly full or tired, like I do when I eat bigger amounts. Well, my thoughts are, I don't give a shit what other people's theories are on how to eat, really. So here's the thing with nutrition science, and I wrote a blog about nutrition science. I don't know, it was titled something like Nutrition Science is bullshit. It was something along those lines. I can't remember exactly. Maybe I'll link to it in the comments to this video. But the point was being that compared to every other type of science, say medical science, physics, chemistry, whatever, scientist stuff, compared to other, especially medical science, nutrition science is in its infancy. It's like a little wee baby of a science, and we know shit is really the thing. Because what happens when people do tests and trials is somebody thinks up an idea and then they do a test and a trial and stuff happens, and then they conclude, oh, well, it must have happened because of X, Y, Z. And the body is so damn complicated that there's so many correlational stuff and contributing factors and genetic, there's so much involved that you really can't make any properly conclusive determinations from any of the trials actually that they're allowed to do in nutritional science, because you can't do a load of trials on humans fucking around with their diets. Although the diet industry continues to do that every day. But anyway, so even the scientists, that usually the people that are really behind the work, the scientists, like, they know this and they're like, this is just a lean, this is just showing that maybe this is a thing, but it's probably not a thing. And usually if you read their studies, that's what they write. But then the media grabs hold of it and they just sort of, they need a headline, right? So broccoli is a life-saving, broccoli cures people from cancer, and eating small and frequent meals will make you live 20 years longer, and eating small and frequent meals will make you live 20 years shorter. Like, they just grab a headline and they just run with it. And so they do their own thing. And often the scientists that do the work are just like, oh God, that's not what we meant. But people grab a hold of it. And this is the weird thing about nutrition. I think a lot of it is because the diet industry has got people so freaked out about, oh, I've got to be thin, so I've got to do this. Anything that I could be doing to be eating less food, anything that I could be doing to be thinner, like, people jump all over. And so whenever there's a trashy headline, you know, like blueberries are the new superfood or whatever it is, people just jump all over it. Long story short is we know shit, really do, about nutrition. We really don't know very much at all. And arguably, this is the bottom line, arguably, we have fucked things up the more that we think we know about nutrition, the more that we've had people advising other people on how to eat and what's good for them and what's not good for them, all of that crap. Arguably, things have got way worse in terms of our health since we've been dabbling around in nutritional science and drawing conclusions from it and changing the way that we eat based on those conclusions. And the other thing is you can take just about anything you want to believe. Let's take intermittent fasting for an example. You can want to believe that intermittent fasting is the way forward, and you could pull up all these studies that will tell you intermittent fasting is the only way to eat, and it's the only way to eat healthy, and that you absolutely have to do that unless you want to die of cancer tomorrow. Yeah, you could do that. Or you could decide that I don't believe in intermittent fasting, and you could draw up a load of stuff to tell you intermittent fasting, if you do that, you're going to die next week. Right? You can just it's like statistics. You can get statistics to tell you anything that you want. You can kind of get nutrition science to tell you anything that you want as well. And that's something, again, that's rather unique to nutrition science. Medical science is a lot more straightforward. It's a bit more black and white. Like, this is what we know how to save somebody from a heart attack, for example. And if the person dies, we didn't do it right. but you know what I mean. There aren't so many areas, although of course there are in all sorts of science, and medical science included. There are areas where people differ in opinions, absolutely, but not quite as much in nutritional science, and there isn't such a way that you can find a study to support any claim that you want to make about nutritional science. So it's all jacked up, it's all fucked up. Don't pay attention to any of it. If you're eating every hour and you're getting loads of food in a day and you feel like that is the thing that is right for you at this moment, because it can change, but right now that's what writes for you, that's what you do. It really is that simple. It's ingenious, isn't it? It's called listening to your body. Don't tell her.